welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be jumping into some fun new makeup releases. Since it is now becoming spring, we are like in that seasonal shift. And what is it about a new season that makes me think new makeup, new items, what's out there? I always want to know, I always want to see. But we also know we need to be mindful. What do we already have in our beauty space? We don't need everything new. There is one thing that I have already purchased that is a new makeup release that I'm really excited about, but there's also a ton of things I'm not buying. But let's jump into all of the latest and greatest because there's so much out there tempting us. Okay, this first one I'm going to talk about is something I've had saved for a while. It's new-ish, but it's not new to like this week or anything. This is the Screen Queen Natural Finish Foundation from Milani. This is a first of its kind formula because I think it's got some technology in it that's for like digital blue light filter. Helps to fight the signs of digital damage, dullness, and discoloration and hyperpigmentation, to help keep your skin on point no matter how much screen time you lock. That feels very marketing-esque to me. I don't know how much of that I actually believe. I do have a foundation from Milani, and that's what made me look at this and go, ooh, something from Milani that I haven't tried for foundation. Interesting. A lot of you know I love the Milani Conceal and Perfect. This is a full coverage drugstore foundation that is really great, really makes your skin look beautiful. About halfway through the day, if you're oily, it will help you get a little oilier, but if you just do a quick little blot or a little powder, you're good to go. I really like this stuff. So when I knew that there was something else out there, I was like, ooh, curious. I'm not gonna jump out at the moment and get it, and this has been on the market since about January, so it's not like totally new, but I like to kind of give things some time to see what other people are saying about it, so I do want to jump into some comments about this. Okay, I am looking at the reviews on the Milani website, because, you know, I like to do my research. 15 days ago, Stephanie from Austin, Texas said, "This foundation is amazing to say the least. Nothing far from perfection when it comes to my ideal coverage, which is lightweight yet buildable. It has not broken her out, and she is acne prone and oily." Okay, I feel you. She said she's personally not a fan of cakey foundation, so she likes this one. But the dispenser broke after 3 applications, so she has to use something from e.l.f. that she had. So it sounds like a packaging issue, not so much a foundation issue. Shannon said loving it, radiant, light to medium coverage. Okay, light to medium, that's what I'm hearing. Bianca says loveliest foundation yet, 5 stars. Ooh, someone else gave it 1 star and said I would not buy this. This makeup did not go on smoothly. I will not purchase again. Somebody else just gave it 1 star a month ago and said, not for me. She has combo skin and it would cling to her fine lines and wrinkles, and it showed a lot of texture, and she's pretty disappointed in it. So, okay. You know, that's gonna happen. Everybody's skin is different. I'm still curious about that, so I may do some more digging into that. Have you guys tried that foundation yet? I'm very curious. Okay, I keep hearing about these troll eyeshadow quads. Are they quads? Are they just minis? What are they? It's a collab with Pure Cosmetics and Trolls. I guess there's a new movie coming out, Trolls World Tour. Okay, so my 30-something is showing because I didn't even know there was a new Troll movie coming out. I am a 90s kid, so like I remember Trolls back in the day. I had my moment with Trolls. I'm clearly out of that phase, but I keep hearing people really excited about this on YouTube, so I'm gonna do some digging into it. All right, as I'm looking at the Trolls eyeshadow palettes, they're like these little minis. They're like broken up into little quads. I remember using stuff like that back in the day. I haven't used anything like this in a while. And it's funny because anytime we get a Pure Cosmetics eyeshadow palette from BoxyCharm, most people complain about it because they don't like the eyeshadows. So I'm so fascinated by the fact that a lot of people are really into this or seemingly interested in it. Is it because everybody has a little nostalgia for our childhood and we're a little bit like, oh, Trolls, well, maybe I'll want it, even though they know they don't like the eyeshadows? I don't know. I'm gonna look into the comments on this one for sure. So someone replied in the comments to this, so cheap looking, and Trend Mood jumped on herself and said, not at all. They're really beautiful. So Trend Mood is vibing with this for sure. Behind the scenes of my life said, Pure is nailing it. This is so cute and collectible. Trend Mood said, yeah, this is the cutest collab. I'm shocked about this because so many people don't like Pure Cosmetics eyeshadows. At least not when we get them in BoxyCharm. My Small Beauty Collection commented and said this 90s drugstore looking packaging is not it. And that's kind of where my mind went too. And Trend Mood said, not at all, love. I will add stories to it so you can see it better, because I think she's going to do some stories in her Instagram. Elma Rubio said, I like the color scheme, but the finishes, are they satin and shimmer only? And Trend Mood said there is a duochrome and a metallic. And there's mattes, satins, shimmery, and sparkly. Wow, I'm really shocked that she's so into this. I don't think this is for me personally, but I really am surprised with how many people are like really jumping on board for this. Maybe they're really great. The swatches do look kind of nice. Tell me what you think about those. Is that something that you're like really into as well? Because I'm gonna say for me that's a pass. The small palettes, I'm afraid I would lose them. I already have a couple small palettes that I do enjoy, not from Pure, but from other brands. As far as the size goes, that's kind of what I'm referring to. But I don't have a need for any of these shadows. They're pretty, at least in pan, and the swatches look nice. But tell me what your thoughts are. I'm really surprised with how many people are like really vibing with this. Okay, can we talk for a hot second about the fact that Anastasia Beverly Hills is bringing something back? This is the glow kit from the Nicole Guerrero glow kit. Like, I thought this was something from, oh my gosh, what are we flashing back to? 2017, 2018? I really don't even know. The palette is $40 and it has 6 highlighters, but I remember when these kind of highlighters were like the thing of the moment. It was these palette highlighters that had a little bit of blue, an opal, a pink shade. You know what? There's so many like tones to it. I remember when this was a big deal a couple years back. So it's funny that they're just out of nowhere pulling these things back out. And it's for a limited time, obviously. So if you missed out or you loved that, I mean, it is back. Someone else just said, I'm gonna buy this when it comes to TJ Maxx. People that have already had this are saying they're so excited for it because theirs has been kind of like falling apart and broken or shattered in some spots. So they're so excited to have a whole fresh palette again. Man, as I'm going through the comments, there is so much like love for this. Now, I have heard a few other people saying things like, man, when something's limited edition and then people bring it back out, how do people feel about that? Some people like it, some don't. So I was kind of expecting that more in the comments, but a lot of people are really like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. So tell me, do you have that palette? Do you love it? I'm gonna be passing on this because I feel like I kind of went through that highlighter phase where I needed a whole palette for like all those things. I don't have a lot of those in my collection anymore because I didn't really reach for them a lot, and my beauty space storage is already at capacity, especially my highlighter space. So I'm going to be passing on this, but this is like a hot topic right now that people are buzzing about on Instagram and in the makeup community, because if you love it, now's the time to get another one if yours broke or you've been hitting pan on it. Wow. I feel like it's a throwback Thursday or something. Okay, so hear me out on this next thing because I've already purchased it and it's on its way to me and I'm really excited about it. I told you guys last month with my BoxyCharm, I was expecting to get something in at least my PR box or the one I pay for that I didn't end up getting. I ended up getting extra Elimar brushes from both of my BoxyCharms, and I was really hoping for some Luxie sponges, like beauty sponges. So I was a little disappointed when I didn't get those, and I'm like kind of like down to one of my last sponges in here. So I was like, okay, well, if an opportunity arises to get some more sponges, maybe I will, because it's a tool that I use a lot and I'm kind of running low on. ColourPop, the company who doesn't sleep, released 5 different blending sponges and a full sponge kit. I ended up purchasing the full sponge kit. I know you can get them separately, like if you only like certain ones, but they have them out for $20, $7 each. There's a velvet, a detail, an hourglass, a complexion, and a silicone. Well, when I put it in my cart on ColourPop, I realized Trend Mood always does discount codes. So I was like, oh, I'll just put in Trend Mood's discount code and get it for even cheaper. And my husband had recently put honey on my laptop. And it pulled up 2 different discount codes for me. So before I even like needed to get to the point of being like, okay, what would the price be if I put in a little or a code? it automatically did it for me, and I was essentially getting a discount on it immediately as soon as I put it in the cart. So I was like, done deal. And I really needed some more sponges, and I want to try something from ColourPop. Inexpensive, quality, they are known for a lot of great things. So I'm gonna be really excited to be reviewing those for you coming up very soon. So technically, yes, even though I'm trying to be very mindful of what I am spending right now and bringing into my tiny beauty space, I was really excited to get some more sponges because it's been a while since I've tried some new sponges. The last time was what, last fall with this Illuminati sponge that I got from a BoxyCharm. I still like it a lot and use it, but I need some more variety when I'm putting on my makeup. Okay, so I keep hearing about these mini palettes from Huda Beauty. These are some new minis that are in these pastel colors. There's a rose, there's a lilac, and there's a mint. And yes, before you even comment it down below, I do know there is a lot of chatter that this feels very ColourPop-esque. So I know that there's some sass going back and forth. I don't like to get into drama. I just like to talk about makeup and what I'm seeing and what I'm excited for. I can tell you I'm not going to be getting these Huda palettes because of ColourPop, because the reality is I'm not gonna say that I feel like the kid in a messy divorce between two of my mini selections here, because I do have some of the minis from Huda Beauty here, and I have some from ColourPop too. So it's not that I'm unfamiliar with the formulas or anything. It's really honestly that ColourPop is not only more inexpensive and quality shadows, it's also just that I feel like I would be getting a little bit more for my money with this. Looking at these two different shadows here, ColourPop versus Huda, I mean, the reality is for me, this is high quality and less expensive. These are great quality too. They're a lot powderier, which is part of their formula, which is fine, but it's also pricier and the size is smaller, which there are some benefits to that with traveling for sure. I've definitely traveled with these because of the size and the quality of the shadows, but these are, for me, just a little bit more my jam. I like that it's a bigger packaging for a nicer mirror. I also really like the formula of ColourPop just a bit more. ColourPop is just a little bit more my jam. I've had a longer makeup relationship with ColourPop. I adore them. I like the Huda stuff too, and when I get them in like Ipsies and stuff like that, I always get, I always enjoy using them. But if I'm going to be spending my own hard-earned money on it, working with a brand as far as giving them my money directly, I just love ColourPop that much more. I think they're inexpensive and great quality. It's just how it is for me. I like the packaging a bit better on these as well, but packaging isn't what always sells it for me. Really, it's my relationship with the brand, and I have a better, longer-term relationship with ColourPop. I just do, and I love them. I also have a relationship with my money, and this is less money for a really good product. Not sorry. The swatches look really stunning though on those pastel eyeshadow palettes. So if any of you have tried them, let us know if you like them. I'm not crapping on them at all. I think they're really, really pretty. But I've been literally thinking about some of the 9 pans that I don't have from ColourPop recently, because as you can see by my nails, I'm ready for spring. I'm ready for some pastels in my life as well, but I was honestly thinking about getting more of like the ColourPop ones that I was thinking about last year that came out that I haven't purchased yet, but they're on my radar. But my eyeshadow palette game is really strong right now, so we gotta be a little mindful about what we buy in. Okay, can we talk for a hot second here about this new Peach Perfect Instant Coverage Matte Concealer from Too Faced. $22 super pigmented waterproof cream concealer that blends seamlessly into the skin for a flawless soft focus, covers pigmentation, acne scars in 17 shades. Oh my gosh, there's so much to say. Losing my breath. There's also a brush that I guess they're selling too for $22. I really love the Too Faced Born This Way multi-use sculpting concealer. Really, really love this. This is like the top tier thing in my beauty space at the moment that I use for concealer. I really like this. If you're curious, my shade is Porcelain. So anytime I'm seeing a new concealer from Too Faced, I do stop and take note, which is interesting because I've never really had this really strong tie to Too Faced. Kind of like with, like I just said with ColourPop. I have a relationship with ColourPop, or I feel like I do, as far as like being their customer. So I keep them top of mind. I don't keep Too Faced top of mind too much, but this concealer is one of my favorites. I've had to make myself put it down to use other stuff because I like this one so much. I'm going through it. But even though it's pricier, you get a lot of product. So I tend to trust them as far as a concealer goes because I love their last one. Let me do some digging. Hold, please. Ooh, a lot of people are asking, does this smell like peaches? Because if it is infused with a scent, it could mess with your skin. So true. I have never tried any of their peach line, so I have no clue what that's even like. So I know those are very popular products, but I've never tried them. A lot of the other comments I'm seeing are about the previous owner's drama and his sister and discrepancies. And if you're unfamiliar with that, I'm not going to get into that here, but I know that the company themselves have had a little switcherooski with people and owners and things like that. So I'm not delving into that. I'm just looking into the makeup. Some people are also worried that there's only 17 shades. So I am wondering how this goes, how this works for people. I'm gonna keep my eye out for reviews on this, but I'm definitely not jumping at it at any moment because I am still using up other concealers in my collection that I love. ColourPop, I still have this one from Too Faced. Got some Pretty Vulgar and e.l.f. in here. We got a lot going on. So I'm not in need at this moment of a new concealer, but it's good to know what's coming out. What is the Supergoop Glow Screen? I've heard people talking about this. What is this? A lightweight glow boosting primer that provides instant illumination and SPF 40 protection. $36. It creates a dewy canvas for makeup or can be worn without makeup for a fresh-faced glow. It's packed with hyaluronic acid, nicotinamide, I'm going to say that wrong, and vitamin B to help skin glow from inside out. A sheer pearlescent formula, glowy, no white cast, protects against UVA, UVB, blue light, IRA, real safe. It's vegan and cruelty free. Wow. Okay, it's 40 bucks, so that's pretty pricey. So I'm gonna wanna know more about this before I would be like, yes, take my money. So I'm gonna do some investigating. Ooh, I just saw a close-up of them like putting the product out and it looks kind of sparkly. Ugh, I worry about my sensitive skin, and now I'm seeing it on the back of her hand and I see some sparkles in there too. I'm zooming in on the picture right now. I'm wondering what that would do for my sensitive skin. That's what people are thinking. A lot of people are saying this is exactly what I have been looking for. I will be purchasing this. Okay, so somebody else just said what I was thinking. Sunscreen already tends to make you look a bit greasy. I wonder how this will look. And Trend Mood replied, it doesn't make you look greasy at all. Just a lightweight, glowy moisturizer with SPF. Okay, so Supergoop also replied and said, the ingredients in Glow Screen, hyaluronic acid and vitamin B, give you naturally glowy skin that isn't oily or greasy. If you do have an oilier skin type, we recommend unseen sunscreen or matte screen. Let us know if you have any questions. Okay, so they do have options too. So that's good to know. Oof, tell me what you're thinking about something like that, because it isn't what you would think of when we're talking about these videos, like the latest and greatest, but you know, skincare is definitely making a bigger presence these past years in the makeup community. So it's good to have your canvas, your face, being as healthy as possible. Tell me what you're thinking about that. And okay, I didn't get to talk about this, I don't think, in my last video, because I think it came out a day or two after I filmed it, so I'm just gonna talk about it really quickly, because I already feel like this has probably been a little longer than we all thought it would be. But Elimar, you came out with bronzers. Thank you, thank you. I have not purchased you yet, but I know you're out there. Let's see what this is saying. This is the Cosmetics Brighten and Bronze Complexion Collection. A collection of bronzing and sculpting and brightening powders with the brushes you need. Okay, so I already have some of these brushes from BoxyCharm. Thank you, BoxyCharm. Okay, so these feature the same base formula as the Colorette blushes. The texture is buttery and smooth and buildable, so your bronzer is never ever streaky or patchy. What? Powders are infused with hyaluronic acid. Brighten and Bronze Trio will retail for $25. So I am intrigued with this. You guys know I really love my Elimar eyeshadow palette. We got that from BoxyCharm like 2 years ago. Obsessed. Love it. I think it's great. I also really like their brushes. Their lip glosses are kind of okay for me. They're not my favorite. The sparkles tend to like stick and last, and I don't want to, you know, sparkles. I'm looking through the pictures right now and it looks so pretty and so nice. I really do want to see some reviews for this and I have not had the opportunity to find any of those. So I'm going to be looking up reviews for this very soon. But if you have this, tell me what you think. Is it already out? I think it's already out. Okay, I am thinking the medium one may be my jam. Oh, I don't know. I'm just looking at them. They look so nice. I was just watching her apply them in her stories and they look so good. And I really like Elimar. I really like their blushes and I'm not a huge blush girl, so I've really wanted them to come out with bronzers for like a solid year now. So the fact that they have, and it's this whole complexion collection, this one is so tempting me. So if you have this already, let me know what your thoughts are. I need to look up some reviews and do my own due diligence into going, is this worth, one, my investment of money, but also investment of real estate in this drawer? Because it's a packed house in here right now. I feel like I've done some lighter declutters lately. I haven't gone like too deep yet, and BoxyCharm is coming. I'm still waiting for that to get here. Otherwise, you'd be having a BoxyCharm video today. Sorry. Come on, BoxyCharm. I'm impatient. But it's also still kind of early in the month for me to be getting a BoxyCharm, if I'm going to be honest. I usually get it later in the month anyway. But that is definitely talking to me. As you guys know, I love the Elimar formulas and I really like what I've tried from them so far. So let me know, what are some things that you have been seeing coming out that are really tempting you? I'm still, as much as I get tempted by that new season feel of new makeup releases and like more bronzers and pastel colors for spring, I'm still being very mindful that this collection of mine in here is pretty full at the moment, and I'm still expecting, I think, 3 BoxyCharms and an Ipsy this month. I got a lot to go through. So, whew, I've only purchased the sponges so far, and that's where I'm at the moment from ColourPop. So that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. Where are you at this month? Have you purchased any of these new releases, or are there other things out there that you've already been like, I gotta get this, it's mine? There's no judgment here. We're just makeup friends talking about the latest and greatest in our beauty spaces and what we're excited to try. Thank you so much for watching, and if you happen to be new to my loud, weird, crazy, unique channel, hi new friends! I hope you take a quick moment to hit that subscribe button down below to see all the fun, loud, weird, unique videos I do every single week. Bye friends!